Hey, I'm Christy, or C. Renee Stitches. I've been so inspired by all of you that I thought I would upload my own video. I've been stitching for off and on for 25 years. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I just got back into it. You know, back in the late 80s, early 90s when I started stitching, when I was having young kids, there were not many patterns to pick from. It was very limited. And I'm just so amazed. When people ask me about it now, I tend to say I'm a needle worker, because when I say cross stitch, that's what usually comes to everyone's mind is, you know, how it used to be 20, 25 years ago. And there's so much more to it now. But I just thought that I'd post this video, see what kind of response I got. I've really enjoyed watching all of your videos. I'm from the States. I live in Louisiana. No LNSs around me anywhere, so I have to do a lot of my shopping online, and my checkbook doesn't thank me very much. But I'm going to show you my recent finishes and my WIPS that I have going on right now. And if you'll let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see, I can show my stash or how I deal with my threads, and can do Stitcher Story. I am going to join in the Stitch Along for the memorabilia in January. And I will do a video, hopefully before the end of the weekend, a small haul, well, not so small, a haul, and a video about that. So here are my current WIPs. Let's see. This is a big one. I'm not sure how well you can see it. This is a Shakespeare's Peddler WIP, and I'll show you the picture of it. This is Sarah Chapel. It's reproduction. It's all done in silks. This is the first pattern that I was able to get all silks for. And I can tell you, just, I think Miss Milky Bar Kid Stitches said something about, you know, using, there's nothing wrong with DMC. I've used DMC all my life, but using silks, wow, it's amazing. I love it. So I need to really put some more time into that one. Unfortunately, I haven't made the time for it. This is a dimensions kit. I started this for my mom some time ago. I haven't worked on Ada in years. When I picked stitching back up, I started working on linen and even weave, and I loved it so much. Now when I go back to Ada, it seems like I really have to struggle to pull the needle through the thread. I mean, pull the needle through the fabric, especially when there are more than one thread, 3 or 4, sometimes 5 threads. I don't know what I did. I'm sure that I mismeasured. I left too much room up here at the top. I've got to go back and see. I'm not going to spend much more time on this pattern until I make sure I'm going to leave myself enough room to frame it at the bottom. But this was something that she really liked. Here's the picture of it. Like I said, it's a kit. Doing kits are not my favorite thing to do, because if you run out of a thread, you have to try to find something that matches. I don't know. It's just not my favorite thing to do. My last WIP right now is a mystery. It is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Once Upon a Time sampler. And here is my progress so far. I'm a little behind. I haven't done June and I haven't done July yet. And honestly, I'm going to put this down for a while. I recently got remarried this year, and that's why I picked it up to do it. I was super excited with the theme, once upon a time, getting married again after a divorce. But I don't know how to explain it. It's so busy. It's not what I had expected it to be. that's not normally the type of cross stitch that I do, and so I thought it would be fun. And it is fun, but every block is so completely jam-packed with images that I get tired of it. So for right now, I'm going to put that to the side. I mean, I will eventually finish it. And I just thought I'd show this. I'm about to start this today. It is Peace Be Upon Us from Threadwork Primitives. I mostly enjoy doing primitive type stitching, and I'm going to start that one today. It should be a pretty quick stitch, so that'll be in my WIP pile too. Oh, and I forgot the biggest one of all. Okay, so I started a chatelaine. I started this a while back. This is Holland Springtime Sampler. I hope I did not make a huge mistake by starting in the upper left hand corner. That is where I prefer to start my stitches, and to me that seems like the easiest place. I'm really taking my time with this because I want to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. And also, this is my Millennium frame. I cannot tell you how much I love this thing, but I had to wait almost 3 months for it to come in, and I didn't want to put a lot of time into stitching that on a Q-snap because obviously I didn't want to move it around on a Q-snap after I start with the beading. So I haven't put that much time into it yet, but I'm excited about it. All the silks are fabulous. They're beautiful. So I don't know that I will ever get up to the caliber of Miss Milky Bar Kid. Your patterns, your stitches are beautiful. I mean, you do an amazing job. All of y'all do. It's so exciting to see. A couple of years ago when I started watching videos on YouTube, there was hardly anybody on there, and now all of a sudden it's just exploded, and I thought, well, I'm going to quit thinking about it. I'm going to actually do it. So here are some of my recent finishes. These are kind of in a pile to have something done with them. Some of them I will sew into pillows. A couple of them are gifts. So I just kind of ironed them real quick this morning so y'all could see what they look like. The first one is Hands to Work, Hearts to God, and it is a Little House Needleworks pattern. I hope the lighting is good. I'm just using my phone for this, so I hope it's not terrible. This is for my mom. This is a pattern that she picked, and I was lucky enough to be in the Dallas area. Unfortunately, it was for a funeral of a family member, but I did get to go to an LNS, and I think it was the Stitch Niche. The lady in there was super sweet, super sweet, and she sold me some Tudor silks to do this with because it was my great aunt that passed away, and this was something that my mom picked the pattern out, and so it was, I knew it would be special, and I wanted to stitch it in silks, and I just love the Tudor silks. They're beautiful. This is a pattern that came out of a magazine. I'm doing this for my granddaughter. It's the Tooth Fairy pillow. She's 5. She just turned 5. So as soon as I get my sewing machine, I will sew it up for her and finish it. I think she's really going to love it. And it was super quick. I finished that in like a day. These next two patterns are Blackbird Designs patterns. And they are part of the 12-month series that came out this year. Started last summer, I think in July or August, and finished up the end of this summer. They were all meant to be hung on a wall together. Each pattern is meant for you to personalize it with a family member's initials or their date of birth. I didn't pull the pattern names, so I don't remember what the names of them are, but this is the first one. This one I did for my mom. So I put her initials on it and her date of birth, her year of birth. And they're all on similar type linen, and they will all get framed in a similar frame. And I have a big wall in our bedroom that I'll hang all these on when I get all of them done. So far I only have 2 of them done. This is the second one. This one has eyelet stitch in it. This was my first time doing the eyelets. I know a lot of people kind of complain about them. I really enjoyed them. Of course, this is a 30 count linen, so it's not too small. There is some over 1. My over 1 is slowly getting better, but it's a little hard for me. You can lose a stitch on over 1 on linen. I have had it happen to me. And those are the only 2. Both of those, like I said, were Blackbird designs. This is one I cannot think off the top of my head who this pattern is from, but it's called Amazing Grace. I'm going to make a little pin keep out of it. This is also something that I made for my mother for Mother's Day. Like I said, I just haven't gotten my sewing machine back yet to finish it. So she'll get that as soon as I get my machine back. And this one I just finished for the 4th of July. I try to do something patriotic. This is with Thy Needle and Thread, and it's Liberty House. It was a fun stitch. It is 40 count linen, 1 strand over 2, and it uses all over dyed threads like WIPS and Classic Colorworks, which used to be Crescent Colors. So those are my recent finishes. Not too bad for having just started back a few years ago. All of the stitching that I did while I was married to my first husband is gone. I don't have any of it anymore. I stitched mostly wedding samplers, birth samplers for my sons, gifts and stuff like that. I had more time to stitch when my kids were babies, and then as they got older, things got busier and life got in the way. I wasn't in a marriage that really supported creativity, so I'm happy now to be back in it 100%. I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I love seeing everyone's videos, and let me know if there's something in particular you want to see. I want to say hello to everybody out there that stitches, and it's so nice to meet you all. I'll be back later. Thanks. Happy stitching, everyone. Bye-bye.